Well, that's taken you through the grid. Here alongside Williams, we found Sir Jackie Stewart. And Sir Jackie, what excites you most of all about the season to come?
Well, I think the Melbourne race is always exciting, Steve, because first race of the season, a lot of new drivers coming in. I think the big excitement is so many young, real good talents coming. I think Lewis Hamilton's performance so far this weekend's been outstanding. I think Kovalainen's going to be exciting. You can see Anthony Davidson put on a good time this morning. And I think Ferrari and McLaren are head-to-head. That's all very exciting, particularly for the very first race.
Well, Williams are having a slightly difficult time at the moment, but you certainly down the years have had your success in Australia. Let's just take a moment to remind the viewers of what you did in Sydney in 1967.
There's a crowd of 40,000 at Warwick Farm for the 32nd Australian Grand Prix. The world's top drivers are taking part, and the world's top cars are ready for the grueling 100 miles. Stewart is smashing lap and track records with former world champion Jim Clark just behind him. Brabham is nearly 90 seconds behind now, and Stewart's still setting a cracking pace. Jim Clark finishes second, 16 seconds behind Stewart. Jack Brabham, fourth. But Jackie Stewart's led all the way, and he set a record of nearly 88 miles an hour for the 100-mile race. The Governor of New South Wales, Sir Roden Cutler, presents the trophy, and Scotland's Jackie Stewart is a very happy winner of the 32nd Australian Grand Prix.
1967, you were in your racing prime. It was clear how enthusiastic Australia was about motorsport in general. Do you think even now they're yet to be fully sold on Formula One?
No, I think the Australians have always been enthusiastic. They've produced Jack Brabham, they've produced Alan Jones, they've had a great run of top drivers. Mark Webber now, of course, they're very proud of. Australia's been indigenous as one of our colonies, if you like, of producing drivers that have come over to the UK. So, no, Australia's still very keen in motor racing. The crowd's down this year, but I think they've been overloaded with sports, and this city is probably the capital of sports for the world, never mind Australia.
Well, it's all happening in the air at the moment. It'll be happening out on the track very shortly. So, Jackie, thanks very much for joining us. And Albert Park perhaps back in its rightful place as the starting point to the new Formula One season. And this circuit, this street circuit, has